Hey there everybody, Mike Tizzano with Fairway Independent Mortgage, and I wanted to discuss a topic that is frequently asked, and that is, when will my first mortgage payment be due? And so when you're purchasing a home, you may have heard a lot of people say, oh, you get to skip a payment, or even on a refinance, they're advertising skipping mortgage payments and things like that. That is somewhat true and somewhat not true, and there's a couple reasons for that. So the first thing I wanted to discuss is your first payment date is actually determined by the date you sign your loan docs, not the actual close of escrow. And I think a lot of realtors even get that wrong. For example, I have a client closing on Monday, December 3rd, which happens to be the first business day of the month. Now, typically we like to have our clients sign their loan documents the day before the close of escrow date, or the business day before the close of escrow date, which in their case would be Friday, November 30th. Now, if they were to sign their loan documents on Friday, November 30th, their first payment due would actually be January 1st, even though they're closing in December. Now, if they choose to sign and fund on December 3rd, their first payment date does become February 1st, and that's where they are so-called skipping a month. But one thing about skipping a month is mortgage interest is always paid in arrears, which means your February 1st payment, the interest you're paying on that is from January 1st through January 31st. So when you do the skip a payment, you actually owe at closing interest from the closing date through the end of that month. So if you sign and fund on December 3rd with a first payment date of February 1, you're actually going to owe interest prorated from December 3rd through December 31st. In this particular client's case, it was about $1,200 because it's a higher loan amount that they have to pay up front at closing. So while they're skipping the bigger portion of their payment, they're still basically making a payment a little bit less. So that it's not like you're necessarily skipping a month. So the biggest thing is, again, the first payment is determined by your signing date and not the close of escrow. If you're closing in the middle of December and signing in the middle of December, then yes, you're going to have a February